All right guys, a nice simple one for you today. Almost a bit of a fridge clear out. I'm doing tomato bread pudding, or bread and tomato pudding, or tomato and bread casserole. Anyway, I'll put all the ingredients I'm using in the description below, and I'll chat you through the rest of them as we go. If anything like me, you accumulate all these bits of half blocks of butter and things like that in the fridge. So I'm going to use some of this now to grease the pyrex dish. I'm just going to generously grease this because let's get that in there. We want a lot of butter in this recipe. That's it. Ooh, save that. And for this recipe, I am using my grilled tomato sauce that we made a few weeks back. It's about 500 ml, so I'm going to pour it in there just to make it easier to put onto the pudding as we do it. Okay, this is one of those recipes you could do anything you want and it will still be a tomato and bread pudding. So I'm going to use 2 small baguettes. You can use a loaf of bread, preferably a bit stale. You can use chunks of bread. You can use anything you want, any bread you want. So I'm just going to cut these into about 1/2 inch slices. A little bit more maybe. And what I'm going to do now, strangely, is butter them all. Now you can either butter them or pour melted butter over the top, and I'm going to butter them. It's just as easy for me. So I've got that. I've got my little palette knife, ideal thing. And like I say, generous amount of butter. So I'll bring you back when these are all done. I've only done a few bits of bit of bread, but what I'm going to do is cut them up because I want chunky bread, big or small as you like, and then we'll come back and do the rest. Bit messy, but you know. Very much like your classic pudding, bread and butter pudding. But this is a savoury rather than a sweet dish. I prefer this to pouring melted butter on because at least you know every piece of bread's got some butter on it, you know. Hallelujah, there we are. Right, just the merest hint of granulated sugar. So what are we going to do? Ooh, about 1/2 teaspoon. And the same with sea salt. This is quite chunky, so it will be nice lumpy when we get it. I like mustard, so I'm going to put a bit of mustard in. You can really put anything you want in. Now this one I've got is called Aromat, and I can tell you what's in there. It's a seasoning. You can sprinkle it on like salt and pepper on your dish, or you can put it in with the cooking. I'm going to put it in with the cooking because it's got in there, let's see what makes sense, yeast extract, onions, sunflower oil, a little bit of salt, some garlic powder, turmeric, celery seeds and cloves, mushroom powder, bay leaf powder, and that's about it. So, get a lot of that one there. Saves putting individual herbs in, doesn't it? That should do. Right, a couple of sausages. There were 3, but yeah, we lost one. Like I said, it's a bit of a fridge clear out, so. Right, I'm just going to mix this in a minute before we get all the tomato juice on top. Okay then, so tomato juice, here we go. Tomato sauce, griddled tomato sauce made, it was just over a week ago, so. A little bit of black pepper on top, and I'll mix that in as well. A lot of the tomato sauce will coat the other bits of bread in the oven anyway, so that's about it. That's going to go in the oven, 200 Celsius, for about 30 minutes. Ooh. Okay then, that's been half an hour, and just remember that is hot. Yeah, that's not too bad, not too bad. Nice crispy on top, move a few bits in the middle around. Yeah, that'll be alright. Cool, cool, cool. Right then. Get some cheese on. So what I've got is some Boursin. There's the pepper one. Just a bit left in the fridge. So what I'll do, I'm just going to scour it over the top, I think. Yeah. Got to remember that's hot. And we got some mozzarella cheese mix, so I'll put some of that on top, give it a bit of stringiness. I'll open it. And of course you can use any cheese you want, really. I mean, a hard Italian cheese. Ooh. Right, back in the oven with that. I'm going to leave it 10 to 15 minutes at 200 again. Alexa, set timer 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
Thanks.
You're most welcome. Anything else I can do for you, Master?
I'll just wait for that noisy lorry to go by. There we are then, guys. Now I've got to remember this is hot. Let's have a see if you can see it. There we are. Look at that. Nice enough to eat. This, I mean, you can do anything you want with this. I put sausage in, you can put bacon, you can put any veg you want, you can put tuna in it, chili flakes, basil, fresh basil, dried basil, oregano, or even oregano. You can put anything you want in it. It's so easy to adapt. Now, normally you'd let it cool down a bit, but this is outside, so it's cool already. Let's try that. I won't take too much because I'm having this for my supper. Oh, yes. Nice and stringy. And I got a fork here somewhere. Bit of cheese, bit of tomato, bit of sausage, get in there. Oh. It's almost like a breakfast sandwich. Some soggy bread, some crispy bread. Oh, that's lovely. That is, yeah. Wow. A bit like croutons, some of them. Oh, that crunch. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't pour the butter on top. Yeah, I think it's better spreading the butter because they're all half, you know, half buttery one side and not the other. That happens. Hope you've enjoyed this one, guys. Quick, simple, no effort whatsoever recipe. Catch you on the next one.